he's never going to get fixed. If the man is in ghaflat, heedlessness, not knowing what he did in the past, then he is condemned to just repeat it over and over again until the grave puts him into the ground that time. Then he has to answer. This is what we're here for. What are we here for? To eat and to drink? To have social club? What social club? People are just backbiting, fighting, slandering non-stop. They don't know how to become social too in these days. Muslims and non-Muslims. One day happy, 2 days happy, third day they must fight. Why? Because a man is heedless. He is not looking to see what he did in the past and not looking. Not looking. Ghaflat, not looking. Not looking, nothing. Simple things is not seeing, is not understanding. What makes a man to be in ghaflat? What is ghaflat giving to a man? Why a man has to stay in the ghaflat? If you're awake, you win something. You're in ghaflat, what do you win? Nothing. You don't win nothing. But shaitan is just buddies with you that time. This is what it is. Here, how many more sohbats Shaykh Effendi has to make about tafakkur? How many more sohbats he has to make? We have to say, we have to repeat. If you are not looking what you did today, if you're not looking what you did yesterday, how your tomorrow is going to be better than today? How your today is going to be better than tomorrow? Who is thinking these days? So if you don't think what happened yesterday, you think you're going to understand what happened 1 year ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and to take that event and to put it here today and to see with bright eyes what is going to happen in the future? Man, ghaflat. What makes a man to be in ghaflat? He's busy. His mind is busy somewhere else. He's busy with his what? His nafs. Don't think nafs is just the treasures and the pleasures of this world. The nafs and the shaitan can trick you for bosh, for zero too, for nothing. You're not gaining nothing. How you are going to now not repeat what you have done. If you're looking to see what you have done, and you're really taking it for serious what you have done, and you have to say, I must catch myself. I cannot repeat this. Maybe if 1 time, 2 times you say, it just hits me suddenly, I'm unaware. 3rd time, it's going to hit you unaware. So many things that we do as a habit, you see it 1 mile away. But the thing is, man is not looking to himself. He's looking at the whole world. He's not looking to himself. He's not looking inside the mirror to understand himself. What I did, what I have done. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do with my life? What am I going to do tomorrow? They're busy with dunya stuff, always. Dunya. Or busy with your own little things that you are doing, but you're not understanding. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us another day to become His servants. And the servant, the believer, his today has to be better than yesterday, and tomorrow must be better than today. If you're not looking at what you did yesterday, how are you going to become better today? How are you tomorrow? You're just repeating yourself. You're stuck. You become a joke. You understand? You become a joke. Because you cannot grow, you cannot change. Man saying, I cannot change. MashaAllah. Very good. You cannot change. We must send you to paradise. What is the grave there? But to make you understand and to realize. What is a judgment day? To make us understand and to realize. What is the hellfire? It is to make us to understand and to realize. If we don't understand, if you don't realize, you will never go back home. You will never go back to paradise. You go to paradise, you will make the paradise to turn to become a hell. Do you understand? But you're tricked. Everyone is tricked by the ego. Say, oh, I don't know. Because you're not looking. You're not thinking. You're not taking it for serious. Tariqat, religion, they say, oh, what did they teach you there in the dergah? How much did you memorize from the Quran and from the Sunnah? How many hadiths you memorize? That they're interested in. Even a kafir can come here and memorize the Quran. Even kafirs can write books about the hadiths, and they have done it. What makes a man to become a believer? If he takes the Quran, he takes the hadith, and he puts it into his life. That's what makes a sahabi to become a sahabi, not a munafiq. So a man doesn't want to think. You're going against the ayat of the Quran. Man doesn't want to realize, to wake up. You don't want to wake up. Sleep. When you die, you're going to wake up, but it's going to be too late. We're saying we're coming into tariqat, coming into a jamaat. We're supposed to be more awake. By that time, you become more ghaflat. What is that? Why are you becoming more ghaflat? That means your mind is busy with everything else except yourself. So you're not taking your days for serious. You're not saying, today, I woke up. What was my intention? So many, they don't have intention. They're waking up. I woke up today. What was my intention? To go to work. You fail. My intention to earn more of this dunya. You fail. What is your intention? As a believer, what is our intention? Our intention is to make our belief to increase, not to decrease. Because Prophet ﷺ said, tomorrow has to be better than today. So our intention has to be, Ya Rabbi, make my faith to be better tomorrow. That I become a better servant to you. I wake up. I understand. I look at myself. You don't look. You look at other people. You look at other people. At that time, you can criticize very good. You can criticize very nice. You can give opinions very, very nice. Person is so hard struggling to do something, say, for the sake of Allah, for the sake of the dargah. But it's so easy for people to criticize. Oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's a too big job. They know how to criticize. Go ahead, criticize. Start criticizing those ones that are under protection. See what kind of smack is going to happen to you. But you don't know how to criticize yourself, huh? You don't have to say, I'm a hypocrite. So let me watch myself, not to give just the lips moving. I'm a hypocrite, yeah, I'm bad, but you continue doing that. That is even worse hypocrisy. So you know how to criticize everything, but you're not looking at yourself. That's why you're falling into ghaflat. Because you're not taking it for serious. That time you're going to repeat your past over and over and over again. You cannot break out. You cannot break out from that suffering because you don't know where you're going. You don't know where you're going. If we understand every day we're heading step by step closer to that grave, if you start thinking, we finish the Isha prayers, before that we prayed the Maghrib prayers. In our way, Maghrib prayers, we have to pray the Salatul Janazah al-Ghaibin. What? You're praying Salatul Janazah al-Ghaibin, the funeral prayer for those ones who have past 24 hours. No one to pray for them. You're praying for them. But you're not understanding who is going to say, I will guarantee to take a breath the next breath. That I'm going to live the next day. That is not going to be me. So you're not taking that as a lesson to say, really, what a big trouble I'm going to be now. If I'm now praying, I'm worshipping now, I'm praying my own Salatul Janazah. If you're understanding, before you go to sleep, you're going to try to make up, to balance your books. Let's speak dunya language. But you don't know. You don't know how to. You don't know how to balance your books to set everything balanced with your Lord. You don't know how to do it with your Prophet. You don't know how to do it with your Shah. You don't know how to do it with each other. But you know how to criticize each other only. So a man gets into that position of being stuck. He puts himself in that position. You cannot blame Shaitan. Yes, we are screaming. Allah is screaming at you. His Prophet is screaming at you. Awliya Allah screaming at you. Salihin screaming at you. Other people screaming at you. You don't listen. Shaitan give one whisper to you and you follow. In the middle of a shahadat, Shaitan is just whispering and you just follow. And you know, you're in trouble. You don't want to wake up. You think, oh, I cannot change. I'm too old. I cannot change. Don't change. Remain the same. Let the grave is going to change you that time. It will change you very good. It will grind you to change you. If that's not enough, Judgment Day will change you. You will understand that time. That's not enough. The hellfire is going to make you to understand that time. You think you're going to escape, like some of our brothers, escaping, sleeping, escaping, saying, oh, how can I get out of this? How can I get out of this? American style. You do something wrong, say, how can I get out of it? Saying, how can I escape? Instead of, how can I pay for this? Someone has to pay. You're saying, how can I escape? You can escape a little bit in this world. Don't worry. You cannot escape in the grave. No way. In the grave, doesn't matter. You're a believer, unbeliever. You believe there's Allah, there's no Allah, you will die. Every one of us will die. We're going to end up in the grave. Whatever that you send to your grave, this is what you're going to find. So think. We're in tariqat because we have to think. Everything that is happening to us in our lives is to make us think, because everything is an ayat, a sign from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is sending us a sign and we don't want to think, we don't want to read. Everyone wants to swallow the Quran, want to memorize the Quran like idiots, but they cannot read their heart. And to read, that is the first command, that is the first order, Iqra. And Prophet ﷺ did not read a book in front of him. He read what was sent to his heart. Because the angel Jibreel ﷺ brought it to his heart. He had to read what is sent to his heart. Iqra. Everybody is saying, yeah, I read. Yes, because you read with your ego. You read with shaitan. But the second command, what? Read in the name of your Lord. So you're reading, but you're not reading in the name of your Lord. You're reading in the name of your ego. You will still fail. Because everyone is making their own lords. But Allah is very specific. Continuing, in the name of your Lord who created you. So wake up. Wake up to the one who created you. We have a long journey ahead. We have a very long and very dangerous journey ahead. You have a guide, you don't want to take his hand. You are free to do it. But if you fall to the dangerous sides, that time scream as much as you want. I am the son of so and so. I have this much, I have that much. Nothing will save you except for that hand. Don't bite the hand that is trying to feed you. Take it. Kiss it. May Allah forgive me and bless you. Wake up. We cannot fall into ghafla these days, because the days are coming very near. to the big events that is happening. You're almost at the end of the race. But never forget, don't ever think that you are guaranteed. You are not guaranteed. Who's saying you're guaranteed? If you say, I'm guaranteed, you've already made a hidden shirk. You say, I decide, Allah is not going to decide, because you decide by yourself. But Allah is the turner of hearts. He turns our hearts. He can turn the heart of that unbeliever to have belief. If you follow your ego, He can turn the heart of that one who thinks he has belief back to unbelief. Never forget, we are no better. We cannot be better than Yazid. Yazid was a companion of the Prophet. Yazid was friends with Hazrat Hussein. They grew up together. They played together. Yazid prayed behind the Holy Prophet ﷺ, prayed behind the Hazrat Ali, prayed behind Hazrat Hussein. But his ego tricked him. And now when you hear the name, not too much love comes to your heart for that Yazid. None of us can say we are better than him. We have not met the Prophet. We have not prayed behind him. We don't have everything that is open to him. If it can happen to him, it can happen to us. If we are aware and we are awake to this, that time you're not going to let your enemy to come close to you. If you're in Ghaflat, the enemy is already inside the house, but you don't know. You're pointing your gun out, but the enemy is already inside. May Allah forgive me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Any questions anyone has? Bring the tea. Yes, what are you saying?
What can we do in this time to make sure that we're not those ones who betray those?
Say your question again. Nobody heard.